Oh, there I am. Can you see me? I'm doing a test right now. We won't start for another few minutes, and I've got the timer here that's letting me know. So I'll go ahead and get the other video set up for when we do our meditation, when the time comes for that. Share screen. Yep. Chrome tab. Oops. Share audio. Share. Okay. All right, and that'll be ready to share when the time comes. And for right now, I'll remove it, but it'll be set up in the queue for when I get ready to put it on. So can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Okay, interesting. I saw the timer stop, so I was just curious about that. Okay, I think I'm going to type in, okay, comments, private chat. Okay, nothing. Okay. So it looks like Faith is here, and I guess we're waiting on some other folks, but I know that it was short notice. So I did want to tell you that I've been traveling, and so I've been trying to like keep it to be where I'm not disruptive. And there's a lot of events at this particular home, and so I'm trying to like fit around, a lot of schedules, and not to mention my readings and some other things like that. So let me see if I can block out that light a little better, even though this light is really blinding. Let's see, is it better with the lampshade? No, not really. This lampshade is too light or too dark. Let's see. Trying to see if I can put something in the way to like cut the light a little bit, because it's just glaring at me. Does it look that bad, you guys? I feel like I'm really washed out, but my computer tends to make me look very goth anyway, so. Okay. Thank you, Faith. I'll just leave it alone, I guess. We'll get it started here. So it's almost time. I'm in Mountain Time right now. So we're starting at 4 o'clock in the Pacific time and 7 in Eastern time. And then we can look at timeanddate.com for any other time zone. So we'll get ready for that. And oops, guess what, you guys? I left my printed Enderi book at home. It's packed up, and it's in San Diego, and it's, yeah, so I'm just, yeah, I'm going to have to use my phone book, but it'll be fine. I think it'll work. So let me find the page. So, and what I'll do is I'll see if you guys can see the symbols. Yeah, I mean, that's just going to have to work tonight. I thought about putting the book on the screen, but it's hard to navigate, so I can't just go right to the symbol. So I'm just going to use my phone and hold it up close, and hopefully you guys remember. And we'll just do it that way tonight. So we got about 5 more minutes, and we're going to start, and my alarm will go off, and I'll go ahead and get started at that point. If there's anything going on that people need to ask about, they can ask about it now. And if you guys are catching the replay, go ahead about 10 more minutes ish, and it'll be around the time that the ritual will start. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put a timestamp down in the comments, and you guys can just go right to it if you go to the replay. So hopefully some other folks will show up besides Faith. Thanks for coming this time, Faith. Yeah, we miss you. I'm glad that we get to see you this time. I'm looking for comments. Anybody else here? Anna! Yay! Hello! How's Anna? Yeah, and welcome, Anna. Glad to see you again. Well, we're actually expecting a few people. I saw when I was messaging all of you real quick with this little time window that I have to do this, I realized that quite a few of you responded. So I'm expecting to see like a few of you here. So hopefully everybody's alarms are going off and we get to start pretty soon. So for me, it'll be 5 o'clock here in Montana. So that's where I've been, and I'll be here for a longer time, it looks like. So yeah, yay, Mike Avan, yes, indeed. Glad to see you, Anna. And, oh gosh, maybe before the alarm goes off, I did want to tell you that we're trying to schedule lesson 3, but, because it's a little more interactive, it's harder to schedule right now with some of the activity, but I'm going to try to do it this week. So I just thought I'd tell you guys about lesson 3, and hopefully you guys caught the other 2 lessons of the Ainulindalë. They're both in the public feed of the videos now, so you can watch those back to back. And in Patreon, for those of you who are patrons, we also have the upload, the sneak peek, if you will, the upload of the PDF that is the download that's going to be discussed for lesson 3 when we schedule it. So I thought I would tell you guys about that too. So it looks like we're about ready to get going here. Let me turn off my alarm so it doesn't go off. Okay. All right, so I'll be using the timer though. 20 minutes, okay. We'll be having a meditation today, and I'm gonna try for about 20 minutes with the meditation. And guys, check this out. I didn't even know this existed, but I found a meditation video that has horse hoofs, like clicking, clickety clack. And I'm going to try that out because it seemed pretty appropriate for Oromë. So we'll see what happens this time. Okay, it looks like we are right on time. My Govanen, welcome to all of you. This is Calenturneel, and I'll go ahead and timestamp the video for, it looks like 9:40, so that people can, some of you who are coming for the replay can catch the ritual. So this is the ritual of the Elven Middle Days called Enderi, and most of the time it is in the Gregorian calendar from September 25th through September 27th. Dave Woosley, who is our lore master, and, you know, all around like other co-founder and all of that, he is finding new ways to bring the calendar forth that like will allow for leap year. He has found, you know, in his digging around, he has found some ways to integrate that. And apparently what happens is every 12 years, Enderi becomes 12 days, or I think it's 6 days long instead of 3 days long. Every 12 years, it's 6 days long. Okay, so we were going through and figuring out to make, instead of just plain leap year, we wanted to make sure it was divisible by 12 so that we did it on those years, like, because it's just easier for us to use like the calendar that's in place, meaning like what year it is. So for instance, this is 2020, but it's not divisible by, hey, Tina, how are you? Glad to see you. It's not divisible by 12 until 2028. So that is going to be the year that we have 6 days of Enderi. So you guys might want to mark that down on your calendar. But it's a little ways off. So, but right now it's 3 days, and for every year it's usually 3 days long. So Enderi, Ian, Lome Lindo, yes. My Govanen, Aya, welcome. Oh, cool. Getting a full house. This is awesome. So we're gonna get started with the ritual of Enderi, and I guess we'll just some other people will trickle in, and we'll go ahead and get started. So first we want to get grounded a little bit. Let's take a deep breath and just get really present. Okay, and usually we have Ainulindalë and Valaquenta, the song of the Starflower that was done by Alira Desenia, and she is no longer with Tia Eldaliéva, and so we will go back to our original way of doing Ainulindalë and Valaquenta, which is it's just toning. It's not necessarily a song, but it actually works really well. Hi, Miss Jamie! Yay! You made it. So I'm hoping that Lady Ravenhill can come, and then there's a couple of other ones that I'm also expecting. I think Jennifer, possibly Dekendre, and there was somebody else that messaged me and told me that they would be here. But all of you who are here, this is fabulous. This is awesome. So we're going to go to chapter 1. Let's see if I can make this work. Chapter 1, Ainulindalë and Valaquenta of the PDF, if you have that, or better, if you have the printed book. I left mine at home in San Diego, so it's probably packed up. Ian says, to be honest, I didn't like that stuff that she did. It sounded like a doorbell. Okay. Well, mine is more monotone because I'm not really singing right now. Part of it is that it's kind of cold, and I just have to warm up my voice, and it's pretty hard up here. So I'm not sure like what my range is going to be, but okay. A doorbell. I'll have to go back and listen to that and see like where that happens. But okay. Thank you for your input. Thank you. So, okay, we're going to start off. I think we got the full house. 2 notes, ding dong. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just, we'll go monotone then. I mean, like, that's what we've done before. It still works. So, we can just go straight with the, kind of like, the one tone, throughout toning. So that will be fine. So we want to begin with the center of our area. Okay. And all of you guys either have, Pandora. Ooh, Aya, welcome. My Govanen. we can do it, like if you're with your mobile phone, you can even like carry it with you and face the different directions. If you're on a computer like I am today, it still works. You can do the intention. It'll be great. So, oh, I'm so excited. You guys are all here. This is awesome. So what we want to do is, if you can face east or visualize east. And we will hold our hands. Okay, like we can just hold them in the prayer position. We call it namaste position because it's just, like worldwide, that means the same thing. So the prayer position, and we can now intone Eru, which is Iluvatar, the all that is, the creator, the all that is. And we've been studying the Ainulindalë, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying lesson 1 and 2. We're going to be having lesson 3 come forth hopefully this week. And hopefully for patrons, you got your download of lesson 3, the PDF, and read it already. So let's get started. And I'll go ahead and intone, and you can just either listen or you can intone with me. Okay, we're going to go to the starflower part now, which, I mean, this is from the book. We don't have the Septaquitra in our book yet. So we will do Elenia, which is star day. Okay, and we can just hold our finger in front of us and just go to the right-hand side at the 4 o'clock position. Elenia. Anaria. Isilia. Alduya. Menelia. Earenia. Valaria. Arda. And now we want to bring it all into existence the way that Eru did by intoning Ea. So we can do Ea. And I usually like to do it 3 times. So we'll do it 3 times. Ea. 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 So we want to call in the directions now, and we're going to start with the top one, that it looks like a Y, and it's Roman and it's east. So we can trace that and hold our hand in what we would call fear not mudra, but it's like you're just your hand with your fingers together, held in front of you. And we can intone Roman. We now call on Manwe Sulimo, the High King of Arda, of the eagles and the winds, and his lady, Varda Elentari, the queen of the stars and the protector of Arda, and Iluvatar's children, We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And next, you want to do the one on the bottom, which I'm trying to get, there we go. Kind of looks like, I don't know, like an upside down V with a tail. Okay. And you hold your hand in Fear Not Mudra. And we also have the Kirth for directions. Thank you, Ian. That is true from the handout that is in the, we have several PDFs, and one of them is a handout with the Kirth. Yes, absolutely. And you can do those. They're absolutely fine and perfect. We decided to do the Tingwar in the ebook though. So either one will totally work. Thank you. Okay, we'll intone Hjarmen, which means south. Hjarmen. We now call on Tulkas, the youngest bare-handed ruddy warrior Vala, and Nessa, the sister of Oromë and the friend of the deer, she who dances on the new green grass. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And now, if you guys can see it, it's the one that looks like a B with the underline. Okay, that looks like it is for Formen, which is north. Formen. We now call on Aule, the smith, who dwells in the ground, the Vala of mining and crafting of metals and gemstones. He who created the dwarves as a gift to Ilúvatar. And our motherly Yavanna Kementari, the giver of fruits, and the queenly Valier of Arda's maturing green vegetation of harvest and of the life that nourishes all of us. We welcome you to circle Aya. Okay, I'm going to hold this up again. Hopefully you guys can see. It looks like an N. Okay. And this will be, and you can actually put this symbol on your heart chakra, because we're going to do within and then put your hand over your heart chakra. We will intone, rather than Ore, which means the heart or inner mind, that's the actual name of the Tingwar. We will intone instead Mi, which means within. Mi. We now call on the hunter Vala Oromë, the lord of the forests, he who loves the elves and wanders all of Arda on horseback with his horn, and Vana, the ever young and vital, she who aligns with the flowers and the new plant growth. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And next we have, it looks like a U with a line over the top. Okay, this is the Tingwar for Velia, the sky. So if you want, you can do it above you. And you can even hold your hand up if you like. It's not necessary. You can hold it forward. This Tingwar is for Velia, the sky, but we intone Or, which means above. Okay, so it's above us. Or. We now call on Lorien, Irmo, the Vala of the high light gardens, who nurtures our goals, our visions, and our dreams. And Este the gentle, the Valier of rest, sleep, and healing. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And next we can go downward and draw the symbol for Arda, which is the Y. It looks like it has an extra tail. And we can put that below us. So just trace it. And then you can even hold your hand downward as we intone Undo, which means below. Undo. We now call on those of the Valar who walk alone. Ulmo, the brother of Manwe, and the powerful and protective Vala of all the musical waters of Arda. and Nienna, the valley of our transformation and our rebirth, she who, with her tears, intensely cleanses and restores all forms of fear, pain, and hurt that have come before. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. Last direction, we face west, and it's the one that looks like an M. Okay, so we draw that, and it's called Numen. Numen. We now call on Namo in the halls of Mandos, the Vala of balance and fair judgment of our respective paths of death, and Vaire the weaver of the ever-changing black and white threads of time, the past, the present, and the future. We welcome you into our circle, Aya. And while you're still facing west, you can either draw a flame in front of you, or you can use your hands and hold and visualize a flame in a bowl, or however you want. Okay. You can also, if you'd like, visualize that flame in your heart chakra. Okay, like the inner flame, and it's like resonant of the flame imperishable. And we will intone Iluve, which is the all, the everywhere. We now put our hands in Namaste. We acknowledge that we are one with Iluvatar, as well as the spirit of Christ consciousness for the Christians who are present today. And we feel the flame imperishable within us in our circle of celebration on this night, Laita, which means blessings. Let us now celebrate the Elven middle days, the Enderi, this day. Through the legendarium, JRR Tolkien tells us that these 3 days were days of rest, recreational travel, and for being thankful for the abundance of the season. This middle time is also considered the second of the 3 fire festivals, the first being Tarnin Austa, which is our midsummer, and Turuhalme, which is winter. So both summer and winter solstices have fire festival like markings in the legendarium. This would be the 3rd one. So this would be the 3 fire festivals. These 3 days are dedicated by Tia Eldaliéva to the hunter Vala Oromë, the traveler, to Middle Earth in the early times of the elves. Though the elves were more hunters than farmers, it is also a time of being thankful for the vegetation, whether fruit, vegetable, or grain. At this turning of the Loa, which is the Elven year calendar, Yavie, the autumn harvest is leaving, and Quele, the fading season, or Laselanta leaf fall in Sindarin, has arrived. This also foretells of Hrive, the winter to come. And we'll be celebrating Hrive on November 21st. We, however, welcome the swift coming of the darkness, as we will be able to see more of the nighttime skies, which will be including Isil, the moon, which is steered by the Maya Telion, and Varda's stars, while Anar, the sun, steered by the Maya Arian, is directed toward the shortening hours of Arda's presence for the time later to return. And we should probably specify this would be for the northern hemisphere. Miss Jamie says, oh, you guys feel that, such warmth. Yeah, you were talking about from the flame imperishable? Cool. Excellent. Let us now reflect on the meaning and the spiritual application that it has in our lives and the plane of earth existence, And let us also be restful and thankful for the seeds of our goals planted during Korire, the stirring season, and Tuile, the springtime, that has come forth in physical manifestation as we turn our attentions now toward our spiritual growth. Laita. So we want to prepare for meditation. Hopefully you have water. I didn't have time to get any, so I'll drink water afterward. But if any of you have water, go ahead and begin to drink it. If you want, you can visualize the star flower, or if you have white flowers outside that are not poisonous, you can even like infuse the energy into it. You can, if they're, kind of like weedy flowers, you can even like pick the flowers and like let them float on top of the water for a moment, and just spoon them off, and then you can drink your water with flower infusion. You can even do it with really any kind of flower, in my experience, but I just thought like white flowers that kind of look like stars, that's pretty nice for the Elven path. There's many different varieties of those kinds. The star flower that we like to use, the one that's in the photo, is Trientalis borealis, or any of the Trientalis species, but they're also changing some of the botany names, so we may want to double check and make sure that that's the right name now. So that's another way to do that. But you can use any flower. If you don't have water, guess what? We have our hands and we can pretend we're drinking water. Okay. Water is a beautiful element, as we learned in lesson 2 of the Ainulindalë, that it's one of probably the most elven of the elements of fire, earth, air, and water. Water being, there's also coffee. Ian says, yeah, Lomi Lindo. Coffee is acceptable. And you can also imprint your flower energy in that. I would say, though, that coffee would be kind of like a fiery element mixed with the water, because it's ruled in astrology. It's ruled by Mars. Orange blossom water or essence works well, adding a 1/4 teaspoon to your glass of water. Wonderful suggestion, Miss Jamie. Thank you very much. Thank you. I bet that's amazing. I bet that's wonderful. And you can actually, there's quite a few flowers. I mean, depends on what's blooming around you, right? But there's times that, like, for instance, here in Montana, not this time of year, but like in May and June, you can sometimes get lilacs, and that's really wonderful to put in your water and drink the actual lilac. Oh, it's just amazing. You can do it with roses. There's quite a few flowers you can do that with. Be careful, though, with some flowers. Some flowers are poisonous, and so you don't want to do that. So after we have drank our water, or pretended to drink our water, which is actually just as well, we want to like bring that flower intention into our body, like, and just put it around in our energy. Lilacs are awesome and very calming, and they also are very good for realignment. Okay, so if you like, it's even really good for people who are getting like, let's say that they're getting chiropractic adjustments and they need alignment in their spine. Lilac essence like really helps energetically. It aids that process of alignment. So I just thought I would tell you about that. Okay, we want to sit, get really comfortable with our feet flat on the floor and uncrossed. Our hands are open and uncrossed, facing up or down, however you're comfortable. If you are lying or reclining, that's even better. Just relax, close your eyes, and we notice that we are standing on Koro Larire, which is the green mound of the 2 trees. We see the beautiful silvery moonlight of the white tree Telperion filling the left side of our bodies, while we see our left sides glowing silver, and while seeing this light in our very blood, and especially circulate this silver light through your ajna, or your third eye chakra, as well as your sacral chakra, which is about 3 inches below your belly button. And if you see other colors along with silver, that is fine. We just allow. And now we fill the right side of our body with the gorgeous golden sunlight of the golden tree laurelin, while we see the right side of our body glowing golden and the golden light in our very blood. And we may see other colors along with this golden light. That's fine. We just allow. Circulate this golden energy all around and see it in your blood. We also direct this golden energy to our crown chakra, up above up at the top of our head, and our solar plexus, which is the soft spot just below the joining of your rib cage. We allow this nurturing light all around us. Next, we want to feel like our feet, okay? Feet and leg become the trunk and the tree roots, okay? So we want to push our roots down into Arda, the soil. We connect to Arda. We're feeling connected to Arda. You're feeling very supported by Arda, and even in some ways are part of Arda. We may feel and see more colors. We can extend our roots with our feet and allow our arms and hands and fingers and even our hair to become the various branches of the 2 trees, and we see ourselves reach to Vilia, the sky, in all directions. And as we extend our branches, we extend our roots even further, as above, so below. And we remember that in order for our branches to reach the far spaces of Elven and ancestral memory, it is best to be centered in the source so that we can go even further. Now, just as the trees have a symbiotic relationship in the stories, we want to see the silver light and then the golden light fluctuate within us in a really beautiful and balanced way, in nature's ever-wise way, and the seasons flow. And at this point, we will probably feel very connected to Ea and Iluvatar. You may also connect with the Valar and or Maiar and Elven guides at this point. We also may be starting to get some visions right now or messages of some sort. And we may be more fully reawakening our Elven DNA and ancestral memory. We can allow this to take its respective course for a moment or so. And now we want to visualize ourselves with the protective, hunting Vala, Oromë, of the forest, with Valaoroma, his horn, riding Nahar, his white horse who shines silver at night. He may have hounds with him. He loves the elves the most and asks you to join him on his continuing and widespread travels around Arda, showing you the waters of awakening Cuivienen in the east, where the elves first awoke. all the way westward through Arda, passing, pausing occasionally to see all the beauty of nature from the woods to the seas. We feel his love and utter compassion and devotion to the Quendi, the elves, as he sacrifices his very existence by extending his help to them. He may even take you briefly all the way westward to Valinor, the blessed realm. If so, see the site of the two trees on Coro Larire. Other guides may arrive in your meditation. Remember any symbols or correspondences that are presented to you. And I'll set the timer for 20 minutes, and I will add to the stream now. And we can meditate with Oromë, with the horses. When the time is right, which is now, our meditation can come to a close. We want to thank the Valar, especially Oromë, and your Maiar or Elven guides for their assistance. And we slowly come back to the physical world, remembering what transpired today. We bid Oromë farewell and any others, and we turn our attention back to Koro Larire, the green mound of the two trees, and we bring our consciousness into the trees themselves. So we begin to draw in our branches. And as we do so, we also begin to unroot from Arda, but we realize we always have this connection. We slow down the golden energy, and then we slow down the silver energy until the energy becomes small and portable. We could keep a little piece of each of these lights, visualizing them combined into the light that is making the three Silmarils, the jewels made of the light of the two trees. You can keep them with you, even in your pocket, and you can access their healing energy anytime that you would want. And now you want to take a deep breath. And if you're still a little lightheaded, that'll go away if you put a little bit of salt on the tip of your tongue, or you can even eat or drink. Okay, if you're still a little bit wonky-do. We will be doing our final acknowledgements and opening the circle. Our work is done. We acknowledge the existence of Iluvatar, the all that is, and the flame imperishable, while we are in circle. And for Christians, we thank the Christ Spirit for being with us in circle. And may we see your presence in all outside this circle, Laita, which means blessings. Thank you to all of the Valar, and in particular to Oromë, for being with us in circle and for carrying out in spirit our work done here tonight. We hereby open ourselves to you even outside this circle, Laita. We acknowledge and we are grateful to the elements and directions and to the silver and the golden light for creating our blessed space in which we may do our spiritual work on this sacred night, Laita. And next we want to, in our mind, push down the silver and the golden energies that we drew up earlier in this ritual. And we want to push them toward the earth, or Arda. Arda, here is a gift of energy, of pure intent, of love, light, and healing that comes from the very deepest places of our hearts. And may it heal you and all of your inhabitants and bring all things to natural balance. The circle is now open, Laita. And so you guys can have bread or drink or something like that right now. So the circle is open. And I wanted you guys to type in the chat any kind of, I don't know, messages, visions, something happening. I'll let you know about mine. I kept going in and out. I just kept, because I'm just not, I'm not home. That's how it goes, right? So I had Oromë really take me kind of like, he was kind of seriously doing the protection, like you're in battle kind of thing. And he knows that I'm doing kind of personal and collective battle right now. I think that there is a lot of us are feeling those collective dark energies, like trying to integrate everywhere and eradicate the light. And You know, it's our duty to stay vigilant and stay light and stay grounded and stay on task until the end. And I did get that it's going to be a little bit longer. We do have a little bit of a break probably coming when Saturn goes direct at the end of the month. It's coming soon. We also have Mars retrograde ending on November 18th. And we have Saturn and Pluto, Saturn and Jupiter coming together in the sky on the solstice. So on Turuhalme, we will have Jupiter conjunct Saturn, and that only happens every 20 years. And it'll be in early Aquarius. And that only happens like really rarely. I mean, it hardly ever happens where it's in an air sign. So Ian says, I saw myself as playing a video game where I am playing as Oromë, fighting all the various monsters of Morgoth like a hack and slash game. Oh gosh, you know, if I was a video game person, I probably would have seen that too, because I definitely felt like I was like battling too. Very interesting. The objective is to protect the elves. If they all get slain, then the game is lost. Wow. Miss Jamie says, Hanan Lay for the beautiful meditation, and that was amazing. I felt so safe. Oh, good. I'm glad that the energies were. I was really trying. I mean, I'm wearing black tourmaline here, you know, like in citrine, and you know, got my silver stuff on. Really trying to make that safe container for meditation, even though this is a public ritual, because I realize that all of us are bombarded with dark forces right now. I mean, every single light worker, doesn't matter what kind you are, doesn't matter if you're a starseed, doesn't matter if you're just Tolkien, Elven, doesn't matter what it is. If you resonate with love and light, there is attack right now. And we all need to be very vigilant and stay in the energy of love and light and ground it as much as possible and reject everything that is anything less than love. All of us need to do that right now. And I know that part of that is collective. We're upon, you know, election season, you know, amongst other things. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world that are challenging us on a spiritual level to possibly like step aside and be less than love. And we can't do that. We must remain in a loving space. And all of us, I believe, know how to do that, but it's not easy right now. There is a lot of challenges, and we are human. And so if we get kind of ran down a rabbit hole and we realize, oh no, I'm not in love, just get back in that loving vibration, bring back that light, ask Arda Elentari to, you know, take the sickle of the Valar and cut all of everything off that doesn't belong. Ask her to bring you light again. Ask Este for healing. Ask Oromë for protection. Ask Ainulindalë to, you know, like maybe make a shield for you because he's like our metal worker. Ask for, you know, the energies of the healing that, you know, because we have a lot of healing Valar that are wanting to help. So I wanted to like let you guys know that. I eagerly await anybody else to share their meditation, you know, their journey. I'll wait a couple more moments. Some of you may have to sign off. I realize we're at the top of the hour and some of you have to get going, and, you know, you have jobs and other things that are like happening even on the weekends, right? So Ian says, don't judge yourself, self-compassion, so that maybe Nienna can be relevant. I would agree with that. Nienna is excellent for washing away all of the, what we call Arda Mard, which is all of the pain, all of the discord, all of the ugly things, the destruction, all of that. We call Arda marred, and she restores it with her tears and creates Arda healed. And we all want to be Arda healed. So yes, I like bringing Nienna into our into the healing circle with us. I'm really good with that. We'll be visiting her next, well, not next month. It'll be for our coming full moon. It will be for Narquelie, which is for Namo, or the halls of Mondos. And well, he's got an interesting, role in all of this. He helps us with our respective paths of death. He helps us, weigh everything and figure out what to sift out, what to, and so anyway, we're going to be hanging out with Namo next month, but the following month, when we have to look at the Ardamard and the Dark One and, remember the story about him, Nienna is a really wonderful energy to wash all of that away and restore everything back to original form. Ian says, crying for the sorrow and pain of the world. I think that there is probably more pain in the world than ever before, as population ever hasn't been this much since there was more humans on Arda than ever. Okay. I think I know what you mean by that. I may have been reading that wrong, but yeah, I think that now more than ever, like, we need big clearings, big clearings of pain. Let it take it off the earth plane. Let Nienna take it out of this existence, wash it away with her tears, and let's bring in the restoring light. We have Miss Jamie says, I took a long horseback ride with Oromë. So much took place. One thing that drew my attention was a large leather-bound book in a satchel on a horse. I'll have to write more in another place. Wow, cool. We would like to know more about that also, because we would like to see what you saw. Ian says, oh, a book? I wonder what it contains, Miss Jamie. Yeah, that's what I said too. Because that sounds really very cool and very important. And I hope that if you meditate more with Oromë for the next day or so, because it's Enderi, and this is the time that we connect with Oromë, the traveling days, where he was the one that had discovered, the elves first out of all the Valar in Middle Earth, and he just loves the elves so much. We would like to hear more future meditation type stuff. You can come back here and leave more insight on this video in the comments. Like, it won't be in the live stream, but there's comments underneath, so you could do it there. You can also share it in the teachers area of Facebook or in Patreon or something like that too. I'll try to share more of what I saw in the Facebook group. Okay, well, we'd be looking for that, and that would be in the teachers group, right? The Elven Path teachers, like the special area for the teachers. Okay, Faith says, my memory went back to all the horses I knew in my life that I could remember. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I didn't really grow up with horses. My horse story, wow. So the first time that I ever really rode a horse, I was about 18. And there was horses at this place, and they didn't have saddles and reins on them. So I ended up getting on the back, like bareback. What was I thinking? And holding on to the mane, and then they like clocked the horse to like giddy up, and it was very hot outside. So this horse would run really fast to get out of the sun, and then like stand still in the shade. And then I had to like use my heels to keep making her go. And okay, I don't even know how I stayed on the horse. that was pretty wild. So by the time that I got off, I mean, it was my first time ever riding a horse, but it was bareback, if you could believe that. And later I learned, you know, I rode on a saddle with reins and everything. But yeah, what was I thinking? I was 18. What did I know? Let's see. I'm just looking for extra comments. And so if you guys don't have anything else to share tonight, I'm going to let you all get going because it's, you know, it's a little tiny bit over the hour. Be looking for lesson 3 on the Ainulindalë to come out hopefully this week. I'm going to try to do it like on a weeknight. I'm not really sure exactly timing wise how to do it, but it'll be a night when there's not much going on here at the place that I'm staying, and they have a lot of activities here. I mean, it's just crazy amounts of stuff, and I'm in the library, so this is kind of like the main room where everything happens. So just letting you guys know like what's going on while I'm in Montana. Hopefully everything is great where you guys are. Hopefully all the fires are starting to go out in the western states, California, Oregon, Washington. Been praying for that a lot. And any other disasters. I know that there's hurricanes and other things happening in other places. Many thanks, Namarie Kalantirnia, Laita. Thank you, Miss Jamie. Laita, and blessings to you also. And I guess we'll end the broadcast pretty soon. Anybody else have anything to say? Let's double check that I didn't miss anybody. Oh, it looks like I caught everybody. Okay. Well, I want to wish all of you a good night. Laita, blessings to all of you. And hopefully Oromë is helping you stay grounded and protected. Namarie. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lome Lindo, Ian, and Esther. Have a good night. Oh, I'm glad you popped in. And hopefully Pandora is still around. Faith, good night. Thank you, Faith. Let's see who else. Message Amy. Moonflower Fairy. I hope that you catch the replay. Let's see who else. Pandora. Tina. Okay. And Anna. And Faith. Yeah. Okay. So that's all we have tonight. So thank you all. And I hope to see you soon for lesson 3. And then stay tuned for the full moon, which would be Isil Narquelie. And I think that it's coming up around October 1st. Not sure where I'll be, you know, just figuring it out. Okay. Kind of just rolling with everything. Okay. Good night. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.